Road Transport and Bridges Minister seeks awareness of all to bring discipline on roads and highways. Vehicles without fitness to be barred from plying. Oiko Front leaders cheating people in guise of demanding dialogue to hide election debacle, says Information Minister. Land Minister asks all officials and employees to submit wealth statement by 20th February as land officers across country coming under strict surveillance to stop corruption. Severe snowfall and blizzard bring havoc across Europe. Life comes to stand still in Sweden, Germany, Norway and other countries. And in BPL cricket, Chittagong Vikings beat Khulna Titans in Super Over. Assalamu alaikum. This is Kim Yarin welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nuzhat Shamin. You just had the headlines. Now we'll move on to news in details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina urged BNP to join Parliament for the sake of democracy and settle the lawsuits in the court according to their own course, as the judiciary is completely free and independent. If BNP think they should come to Parliament for the sake of democracy, they would join it, she said, while addressing a joint meeting of the Awami League Working Committee and Awami League Advisory Committee at party's central office on Bangabandhu Avenue in the capital this afternoon. It was the first meeting after the party's landslide victory in the December 30 general election, convened to chalk out programs for smooth execution of the election manifesto and strengthening the party. The Awami League president said her government is backed by overwhelming support of the people. Awami League has restored democracy in the country and got the opportunity to constitute the government for 3 consecutive terms, she said. It's very unfortunate for a party like BNP that their leaders are entangled with the cases in connection with killing, arms smuggling, corruption and money laundering, she said, adding that BNP has got the result of making a fugitive their leader. She said BNP could have better results in the polls if they fielded better candidates without doing business with nominations. Sheikh Hasina said it was a big opportunity for Awami League to run the country for the last 10 years. Now Bangladesh is regarded as a role model of development, and it is being elevated from a least developed country to a developing one. Bangladesh has visible success in every sector which has been recognized across the world, she said. The Prime Minister thanked the voters, especially first-time voters and women, for the enthusiasm to exercise their franchise. Vehicles without fitness and license will not be allowed to run on the highways. Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir said this to journalists while visiting the drive by the BRTA at Manik Mia Avenue in Dhaka this morning. Obaidul Qadir said the topmost priority of his ministry would be to bring back discipline on all the highways across the country at any cost. He said necessary instructions have already been given to the authority concerned to take stern actions if any illegal and undue privileges are found in vehicular traffic activities on the highways from today. The Awami League General Secretary said BNP is carrying out ill efforts to make the 11th National election questionable, while the world leaders have accepted the election and conveyed overwhelming felicitations to Sheikh Hasina as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Obaidul Qadir has expressed his hope that the 21st National Conference of the Awami League would be held in October next.
Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said Uyghur Front leaders are cheating in the name of dialogue to cover their failures in the national election. He said this while speaking as chief guest at a discussion organized by Bangabandhu Sanskriti Jot on the occasion of the historic homecoming day of the father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman in the capital today. Prominent actress Sara Begum Kabari presided over the discussion, while its General Secretary Arun Sarkar Rana, Vice President Rokia Prachi, Executive President ATM Shamsul Zaman, Cultural Personality Said Hassan Imam, Awami League Dhaka City South General Secretary Shahi Alum Murad, Awami League Deputy Publicity and Publication Secretary Aminul Islam Amin, among others, took part in the discussion. Dr. Hassan Mahmood urged the BNP to change its leadership and analyze the defeat in the election, adding that the 11th parliamentary election is highly appreciated over the world and there has been less violence in this election than any of the past. Land Minister Saifuzzaman Chaudhry has directed all staff and officials under his ministry to submit their wealth statements by February 28. Land Minister said this while talking to journalists at a program at the Chattogram Press Club today. The Minister said all the land officers will be brought under the purview of the CCTV coverage to ensure transparency in the sector. Respective officials, including Minister and Secretary of the Ministry of Land, will monitor the overall activities of the land officers, he added. The Minister also asked the employees to ensure optimum skill and accountability at the field level and urged all to complete their works in time. He also asked them to work as a team and ensure better services for the people.
Now international news. Heavy snowfall this week across Europe has closed down schools, left some remote villages cut off, and disrupted traffic and power supplies in many areas in the region. Authorities in Bulgaria said 2 snowbirders died in an avalanche on Friday. In Germany and Austria, where heavy snow has caused fatal avalanches and major disruptions in the past few days, the situation on Friday was somewhat calmer. Still, airlines cancelled around 120 flights at Frankfurt Airport and 90 at Munich Airport on Friday because of concerns about snow. The partial shutdown of the US government has become the longest ever, with no end in sight to the political standoff. On Saturday, it reached its 22nd day, overtaking the previous record, the 21-day shutdown, in 1995-96 under then-President Bill Clinton. President Donald Trump is refusing to approve a budget unless it includes funds for a wall on the Mexican border. Democrats have rejected his request for $5.7 billion to the project implementation. About a quarter of the federal government is still out of operation until a spending plan is agreed, leaving 8 lakh employees unpaid. President Trump described an emergency declaration as an easy way out and said he would prefer Congress to resolve the problem. Macedonia's parliament has approved a constitutional amendment to change the country's name to the Republic of North Macedonia. Prime Minister Zoran Zaev narrowly secured the 2/3 majority needed in the historic vote amid a boycott by opposition nationalists. The name change is aimed at ending a 57-year dispute with Greece, which has its own region called Macedonia. The Greek Parliament must now give its approval under a deal signed by Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras and Mr. Zaev in June. That will lift Athens' veto on Macedonia's bids to join NATO and the European Union.
A grand rally to celebrate the landslide victory of Awami League-led Grand Alliance has been arranged at the historic Suhrawardi Udan in Dhaka on the 19th of January next. A festive atmosphere is prevailing across the country, centering the grand rally. All preparations have already been completed to make the victory rally a success. The UN Special Reporter on the situation of human rights in Myanmar, Yang Lee, will visit Bangladesh soon to see Rohingya situation in Cox's Bazar district amid Myanmar's continued denial to her access to Rakhine State. Lee, who earlier said incidents in Rakhine State bear the hallmarks of genocide and call for accountability in the strongest terms, will begin her Bangladesh visit on January 19th. She also plans to visit the island of Bhashanchar in Noakhali. The Bangladesh government has planned to shift Rohingyas to the island. The UN Special Reporter will present her findings and recommendations at the 40th session of the Human Rights Council in March 2019. The 17th Dhaka Film Festival is going on amid festivities. People of different ages gathered at the National Museum Auditorium and Public Library Auditorium at Shahbag in the capital since morning. A 73-minute Kazakhstan movie, Little Prince of Our City, directed by Talgat Demen, was screened today at the Public Library Auditorium. Another 42-minute Iranian movie, Appendix, directed by Hossein Nazazi, was screened at the National Museum today. A total of 218 movies from 72 countries will be screened in the 9-day-long film festival. Now news on sports. Sylhet Sixers are now chasing a victory target of 174 runs against Dhaka Dynamites in Bangladesh Premier League (BPL) at Sher-e-Bangla Cricket Stadium. The Sixers scored 125 for 8 after 18 overs. Earlier, Dhaka Dynamites scored 173, losing 7 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. In the first match of the day, Chittagong Vikings beat Khulna Titans in a super over. Australia beat India by 34 runs in the first match of the 3-match ODI series in Sydney. After winning the toss, Australia batted first and scored 288 for 5. In reply, India scored 254 runs, losing 9 wickets in the stipulated 50 overs. Australia are now leading the 3-match series by 1-0. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina urges BNP to join Parliament and return to constructive politics. Road Transport and Bridges Minister seeks awareness of all to bring discipline on roads and highways, vehicles without fitness to be barred from plying. Koiko Front leaders cheating people in guise of demanding dialogue to hide election debacles, says Information Minister. Land Minister asks all officials and employees to submit wealth statement by 28th February as land offices across country coming under strict surveillance to stop corruption. Severe snowfall and blizzard bring havoc across Europe. Life comes to stand still in Sweden, Germany, Norway and other countries.
And in BPL cricket, Chittagong Vikings beat Khulna Titans in Super Over.
That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our next news at 11:30 in Bangla. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.